Warning, this podcast contains material not suitable for younger audiences, and some material that's not suitable for older audiences. If you're part of any age group, we've found a way to offend you. Run while you still can. We are the hapless heroes.
How do you make that many word puns in like 8 minutes?
He's a genius.
Hello, and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. I'm Francesco, and I will be your host and DM tonight. We have a great cast of characters. They've been here every week. You know them as James as Hobbit the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
Dave as Zero Valen's Avatar of War.
Victory for Valen.
Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
That was a very large tree.
Zach as Peridot Lincolnwoods.
Any excuse to use my whip.
Massimo as Morton Mac, a.k.a. Gorgeous Mort.
That tree hits hard.
And John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
I'm not always happy about killing something.
So the last time, when we left off on our show, you guys had defeated what appeared to be some corrupted, like tree ant and dryads. Hoblit remembered them not being this way the last time he was among their company. And Jarrell had identified this area as sort of desecrated ground and was performing a ceremony to cleanse it so that you guys could, potentially now take whatever this wood is, this enchanted wood. Back uncorrupted. So we're kind of open, we're just going to open back up into the forest now, right? Dilbertrum also was thanking Zero for saving his life, and especially because, he was under the charms of the dryads all the way here, and is now feeling rather ill and in over his head. As he is now sitting upright, his head kind of like his kind of slumped over his legs, and just kind of like you can just see this like look of defeat across his face, like almost like the look that you would give, when you realize like, this is my job. This is my life now.
Yeah, he's coming up on the come down.
Yeah,
I can recognize that we've made this man's life significantly stranger.
right.
Day 2.
He's already day one.
He's already broken.
Dawn of the second day.
It didn't take us long to just ruin this guy's life.
Yeah, I'm going to assume you guys probably took a rest after all this, after Jarrell's ceremony. You guys kind of took, maybe are now taking this time to take stock of your surroundings and kind of what's left now that the corruption has sort of receded from the land here, or at least from the immediate area that you find yourselves in, this sort of covered clearing.
So, I'm going to roll for insight to see if Peridot can, is he looking at this enchanted tree like, oh, that's the enchanted wood, or is anything else like, oh, that's the enchanted wood?
Oh, sure, yeah. Just to kind of, so you're just making an insight check to see if,
If
if
we're
this is
harvesting,
indeed
like,
the enchanted wood.
Is any wood like glimmering or sparkling?
Yeah.
And that is 22.
You definitely know that this is the wood. The wood is enchanted. Not only this tree ant, but also what you can see, looking almost. You can just kind of feel it, like where it's even emanating off of the trees in the immediate surrounding in this clearing. It doesn't go too far. You're not sure how far in it goes, but you know that this area has been touched. You can kind of tell.
Hey Zero, how much of this enchanted wood do you think we'll need for this airship?
That's a good question, and
I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You need a lot of it. You would think that, while that a lot of the airship is still intact, like you're going to probably need this entire tree and probably a few more from your surroundings.
Yeah.
You don't need to come back with like a shit ton of logs, but you just need enough for the repairs.
Okay.
We can like make a cart out of the enchanted wood to carry more enchanted wood.
This
And then
man
mash
is-
it up, and then use that enchanted wood that we used for.
I mean, all of you together could possibly fashion. I mean, Paradil is not only a blacksmith but a carpenter, I believe.
I also have a ton of fucking rope that I've
Sure,
never
why
used,
not?
So I'd like to just
all this
make use
fucking
of that.
rope
So if you
for?
need to like tie it together, I got you on the rope.
Dude,
Bundles of wood.
So much
boss. That is choice.
choice. So, yeah, this wood is enchanted. I guess you could potentially fashion a cart, out of it. I think that if all of you work together, you might be able to achieve it. You guys are very capable, especially
At breaking stuff.
Both Zero and Paradil are actually capable builders.
rope. Have we lost our horses, or are they still chilling?
They are. I mean, you can probably call for them.
Yeah.
And they might be able to find your way here. But you do remember that during your wandering in the woods, you did get a bit turned around.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna call out just to see if, because we're obviously gonna need some. I don't want to pull this cart.
How do you call out to your horses?
Pepper? Pepper? And I'm hoping that Pepper comes.
Meepa, meepa, pakur.
Both of you give me animal handling checks, please.
All right.
Would it be an animal handling check for me to call 0.5?
No. I'm
Radio
sure.
waves.
We'll get to that in a second.
Pretty
Mort?
heady 19 on that.
Oh yeah, and
Modified 20.
Okay, both of your horses immediately come. It takes them a moment, but they heard your call and start. You can see them start galloping in the woods towards you.
Oh, Pepper! Oh, sweet girl.
And actually, they seem to have brought some of the other horses with them. They believe that they obviously were traveling together. So if they're coming back to your people, there's a chance that their people, are there.
Did the horses have to roll for animal handling?
No.
Was that
To convince the other horses.
Yeah.
To call their people after we
more of a
called
persuasion.
Because
our people.
I'm the one who decides when the die rolls are.
Oh, shit. There's a lot of smarm in them eyebrows tonight.
It begins.
It's good.
What?
Let everybody know that I'm raising my hand.
You are
Oh
raising
my
your hand.
God.
Yes, please.
Have we taken a long rest? Did I miss that part? Have
No.
we taken a long
We
a
haven't
long
we
rest
haven't
yet?
gotten to the actual long rest part
Okay.
yet. We've gotten to taking stock of our surroundings, contemplating a rest.
Okay,
Right.
well. I'm going to suggest
We're
heavily,
finna take a rest.
fellas. I'm hurting a little bit. You think we could set up camp here? I'm going to set up camp here.
You begin to set up camp.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we might as well not leave the side of our wood in
Yeah.
case something goes wrong and we have to do this all over again.
Rest on our
We
And-
should guard the wood overnight.
Right, and it's probably relatively safe, especially after the ceremony that Jarrell performed. Like as far as from anything supernatural, you are protected.
Is this area now consecrated?
I would say it's just no longer desecrated.
Okay,
You've
so it
blessed
doesn't.
it.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
What time of day is it now?
I don't know. I kind of fucked around with time of day a lot throughout this whole situation. So why don't we just say it is
Evening-ish.
Probably like early evening, right?
7 p.m.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I feel like fucking around with, I feel like in this area there was like a weird mist that sort of like cleared away
Yes.
once we consecrated, and it's like,
Yes.
oh, it's a little nicer now.
Yeah, you can actually tell what time it is now. It's
Yeah.
not actually like late at night like you thought it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Word. Paradil is still feeling like real spry.
Sure.
So he's gonna like get out his carpenter's tools and get to work.
Yeah, you can. You know what? To just get things started, just so I can kind of see, maybe we're just kind of. I'm not going to do a succession of checks or anything like that, but just like I want to get at least a general feel for the beginning of this project. I want you to give me a strength check with your your carpenter's tools.
That's a 14.
Yeah, I mean, you start fashioning at least some of the, like start measuring, cutting the lengths of the wood that you're going to need to at least transport a lot of this stuff. You think that you're building it in such a way that you're going to probably just like start cutting at least some of the wood and stacking it up so that you're not just like carrying a gigantic tree all the way back. And you begin sort of marking even the wood with like kind of where you're going to cut it, how to measure it out. It's starting to you're getting it all started, and
I'm building the cart.
yeah, it's
cart first?
it's starting
Cart
to,
first.
It's starting to come together. I mean, you're gonna. I mean, I'll say that. I mean, how long do you work into the evening?
I think I can get everything cut for the cart in like 4 hours.
Okay, yeah. That'll put us at like about 11 p.m. when you're starting to finish up, at least for the night.
Yeah.
And that's
Actually, no,
good.
I'm proficient. I'll probably get the cart built in 4 hours.
That's a stretch, but you're getting there.
Zero
If it
would
was a
like
nat 20, maybe.
Zero would like to assist with this, kind of working from the hitch back and sort of working to hook it up to 0.5 as a source of pull.
Excellent. So
So, at the very least, if Zero isn't driving the truck, he'll be riding shotgun. Literally.
I like this. We'll just let that happen.
Well,
How much wood do we get out of tree ant? How much does a tree ant weigh?
Quite a bit. It was a huge tree.
So, like,
But it was like, okay, I think huge creatures can be, I think I have size.
About
you're
a
talking like a
thousand
ton, 2 tons of wood.
does this thing have like weird wooden organs? Like, what does this thing look like on the inside? Are we like,
what his wooden penis
It actually just looks like a tree.
yeah?
I would, you know what? Give me a nature check, please.
Do we want to keep the face?
Yes.
Are we that
18.
ghoulishly terrible?
Yes.
It's an 18.
18. Okay. Yeah. So what you actually know like about tree ants is that they essentially are just enchanted trees.
What about tree uncles?
Tree papas.
We call those trunkle.
tree mamas and the tree papas.
Boom, 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 boom.
Tree babies.
So, you know that tree ants are essentially, I mean, they were at one point just trees that were enchanted with whatever's kind of like some kind of powerful magic that animated them.
Yeah.
But when they die, they revert back to just wood.
Is the face like faded at all?
It just turned, it just kind of turned back into like sort of a knot in the tree.
I gotcha.
I was
if you
hoping
were
the
like-
side of our ship would just have a face.
It is now it is now kind of almost indistinguishable from an actual tree.
All right, cool.
In my brain, there's some little weird elf running around picking trees to hump, and those are the ones. That's what I was doing.
I choose you.
And there's some little guy running around like,
I'm gonna put my magic in you.
Giggity
Take my magic, take my magic,
That's
and you're a
just-
tree ant.
That's just weird.
This tree's getting fucked tonight. Ooh!
That's.
Are we saying that
really-
Sphinx Mahiny is the one who's enchanting all of these
I
trees?
slipped right into Spanx for that, and that sounds exactly right.
yeah.
He was laid off from the fucking interns, so now he's just running around enchanting trees.
Yeah, he was laid off. Now he's just getting laid. Ew. In the woods.
He slipped out of the
Anyways.
interns and right into a tree.
Oh, gross. So, before we continue to sexualize trees any further,
Hey, why stop? We're on a roll.
Or,
are we?
yeah.
Why branch out from here?
Oh my god!
This conversation is
Leave it alone!
That was good.
deeply rooted in perversion.
I need to I'm cutting this down right now.
Aw.
So,
Ask me
was
later.
A stretch, but good.
shut up.
Can I ask, what's the bond company stooge doing during all this?
He's sulking, right?
He has set up his
Still
tent.
stalking?
Oh.
He has set up his tent, and he is now hiding in his tent.
All right, I want to go and try to like calm him down and like,
Set my
Yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
and
Okay,
like
Mark.
try to let him know that everything's
Bill
okay.
Burcham's in his tent saying, you know, I could really just get cheered up by Mort right now. I wish Mort would stop by.
So I have a couple questions for you then, Mort. First of all, have you changed?
Yes.
What are you wearing?
I have taken all the vines that you know, the ones I bit into that tasted like just fucking trash,
Yeah.
and I've just wrapped those around myself.
They might taste better now.
They might. I'm gonna bite one too.
It's still gross,
Still gross. Okay, good.
but no acid damage.
All right, that's great. I'm gonna wrap them. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap them around myself. Just I'm talking from ankles to fingertips, just coiled up like a fucking snake, just
Are
all
you-
around me.
Are you like?
Are you restraining yourself with these? Or
Well,
is
that
it
was
like
my question.
yeah.
Are you like trained in like sort of like artisan bondage rope tying?
It's actually one of my proficiencies.
That's canon. That's canon.
He's doing what's
You
called
might want to write that down.
Bondage rope tying.
More
He's doing
is-
what's-
S&M.
He's doing what's
Yeah,
called
great.
BDS Elm. I needed a moment to get that out.
That's what it's going as on my sheet as. is
You're
BDSM.
So
And he
only
goes
with the
yard.
trees.
I needed that to be heard.
To get back to sexualizing trees. Mort is only proficient in BDSM.
Yes, that's
Right?
correct. Yeah,
Okay.
it's now canon.
Cool. Yeah.
For sure. 100%.
So you're-
So I've properly BDSM'd myself, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna go into the Bond Company villain.
He's not a villain.
Why are you
Sorry.
calling him a villain? He's
The
just an
Bond
ordinary
Company.
guy.
that we're
Stooges.
torturing?
I'm gonna go into his tent, or I'm gonna knock on his tent and see if he likes
Yeah.
mine first.
Knock
I mean,
on
I'm
the-
gonna be I'm gonna be kind about it.
Leave me alone.
Stooge.
That's not my name. Leave me alone.
Stooge. I just I know you've had a tough time these last few days.
You're telling me.
I just want to let you know if you need somebody to talk to.
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to any of you. I just want you to pretend like I'm not here.
Well,
Do we have a counter on how many times he said that?
We should start it now. It's probably at least
I think we're at 5.
5.
Well, Stooge, I'm gonna be outside
Not my
here.
name. Pretend like I'm not here. Like just I don't. I am so traumatized. I almost died, and if it weren't for the weird metal wooden.
I've already walked away.
You hear him like yelling
Poor
some things from
Tilbert.
outside of his tent.
What a difference.
I tried. I mean, I tried. I did try to reach out.
Literally unhelping.
Mort had like a moment of just like I was trying to bond with this.
Yeah. Is anyone else doing anything before the night passes?
So do we like make a full camp and
Yeah.
set?
I'm
Okay.
assuming so.
I'm gonna build a fire.
Out of the enchanted wood.
No. Yeah, if there's enough of it. I want to
There's
see what
plenty.
the enchanted wood looks like when it burns.
There's no scraps because Paradil like has
Precise.
stowed away any scrap
well,
wood.
I just would like to make.
You could
I
find
feel like
some
we're camping.
non-enchanted wood.
I'm
to burn.
300 years old. I feel like I should know how to make a fire.
But do you want
Yeah.
do you want the enchanted wood or the unenchanted wood? Because there's other wood.
Whatever wood is available.
Yeah,
More rips-
Paradil
I'm
is
not
going to notice you. Can I? Paradil is going to try to notice you looking
up
at
the,
the enchanted
enchanted
wood
wood.
for a fire and put the kibosh on that
Are
real
you
quick.
are you trying to actually like sneak the enchanted wood to the fire? Or are you just grabbing it?
I'm going to. Okay, so
Because that's gonna.
okay,
You know.
so this is going to affect my decision. I need you to lay out for me the dynamic that's going on right here.
What do you mean? What
Because-
dynamic? You know the
I'm gonna make
dynamic
a
between you and
statement.
Paradil. Okay.
Hoblet would like to burn some of the enchanted wood. However, Hoblet does. I do not want to fight Paradil for the enchanted wood.
Are you?
I don't.
So
Are you
if
telling
he's
Paradil?
like no? But if he's like guarding it, then it is what it is. But if he's just like walking around being a carpenter, I might try to slip one log just so I can see what it looks like when it burns.
All right. Well,
like, if he's- yeah.
Paradil finishes up, chopping the wood up and laying out
Mm-hmm.
outlines and doing whatever he's doing. I'm not a carpenter.
But working meticulously.
Yeah, he's working meticulously, and he has already stowed away the scraps of enchanted wood because, guys, I'm gonna save a lot of these scraps in small bits, so I can tinker around with them later. Maybe make some interesting automatons and things like that.
If you burn the enchanted wood, it has healing properties. Perhaps we should burn a log.
I
Make
don't
a
believe
deception
you.
check.
I might believe
Come on,
you.
Hoblet. 16.
Roll me an insight.
13.
That's 18.
Oh.
You do not believe him.
All right. Mort starts disrobing.
Hoblet, quit bullshitting.
Mort starts taking the okay.
Disvining?
This is disvining. This is part of the enchanted wood. I'm giving it to you for kindling, so you can burn.
No, but now you're nude.
No, just the top half of me. I did not fully disrobing. I've given you enough to start the fire, but the rest of it, you're obviously gonna have to fend for
Do you
yourself
let him give it to me?
with some not enchanted wood. I'm
Yeah.
already wearing it,
Yeah,
so
I do.
he doesn't
Nobody else
have
wants
any-
to touch
That satisfies Hoblet's need.
Okay.
If you wouldn't have lied to me and just been up front, man, I would have just given you like a little morsel.
Fine.
But you had to.
But you had to go and do me dirty, man.
I didn't. You should have just believed me. If we were really buddies, you would have just believed me.
We are buddies, but this is gonna like aid us later.
Okay, fine. Whatever. You better be right.
You're cutting off the nose to spite the face.
Where's Hoblet's voice?
It's right here.
There it is.
Zero will also ask Paradil, don't mind if I take about half a log's worth for replating.
I feel like we were working together.
Yeah.
And, like we've already come to the.
Yes.
You know, I feel like if,
Oh, bullshit,
if any of this,
Paradil.
if any of this would.
This is bullshit.
All right. Well, I feel like we have to look at our intentions as a group here and keep
The
our
okay
goals in
Woodmaster.
mind.
Hoblet turns his back and goes over to the
You
fire.
would.
I heard that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
we saw your pun.
yeah.
We're wood punned out.
Right.
So at
Right.
some point in the future, I think maybe next time I'm behind the DM screen and Zero is off for a little bit, he's going
You
to
can
be
do
using
something
this
fun with that.
enchanted wood to replace his plating.
This is bullshit.
Oh,
this is bullshit.
At first, I was afraid, but now I'm petrified.
I saw it coming.
Stop it.
I saw it coming.
Who knew you can make this many puns?
You know what? I'm going. Fuck this. I'm going to sleep. Hoblet's gonna take a piss on the fire and then go to sleep.
Wait, you put
did
out
you
the
even
fire?
start
I don't
it
know.
yet?
Oh yeah, I burned it.
What did the
he
enchanted
worked-
wood do?
He worked. You worked for 4 hours, right?
Yes.
After
so from
a battle.
7 o'clock, I gathered wood to make the fire, and then I got my vine from Mort's top half.
We are camping outdoors.
Right.
I assume
So at
there's
like
going to be
9 o'clock
a
or so,
fire,
I started
regardless
the
of
fire.
what it is. But
And then I was like, oh man, maybe we should burn some of that enchanted wood. And then he didn't want to fucking let me burn it. So,
So now we have to start another fire after you piss on it.
Right.
We're
Well,
all
whatever,
still
I
up,
don't know.
And
I
you
was-
decided to go to sleep.
my intent was just to be a wanker. I don't know if I
I
had
think
enough
you
urine in
really
me
succeeded.
to put it all out. But it's my fire, so F you. Jail over your bees.
Kind of all of our
Don't worry.
fires, but okay.
I mean, I guess that's a matter of perspective. Like, I mean, if like that was just your own personal fire, I don't think anyone else was under the impression that that was the case.
Well, I'm asleep now, so.
So as
You're asleep now, or you just went to the?
He went to
your
bed.
tent?
So
Yeah.
as
Yeah, I'm
Hoblet,
mad. I didn't get any wood. It's like 10 o'clock. Hoblet's going to bed.
Well,
10,
hang
11
on.
o'clock.
I mean-
Paradil sees how much Hoblet is sulking and butthurt over this fucking burning enchanted wood
No, it's
that
over.
we need
I'm in my tent.
to get like 5 or 6 more things to build a fucking airship to save the world, Hoblet. And he's gonna be the bigger man, pop into Hoblet's tent and be like, at the end of all this, we can burn as much enchanted wood as you want. I promise, buddy.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay. I'll come back out.
Okay.
you come back out.
Do you start another fire?
Yeah. He's right back into it.
All better.
He felt slighted that Zero was given some wood, and I just wanted a piece of wood, man. I just wanted to burn a piece
To
of wood.
build tools and weapons.
Allegedly. I don't know what he's going to do.
I can concede we
He
do
goes-
need a fire.
He goes off for like time, and no one knows what he's doing, and then he comes back, and it's like, oh, okay.
But it's not like regular firewood is in no short supply because you're in the middle of a fucking forest.
With carpenter's tools.
I think the only issue we might have with the wood is that combined with the fact that we did kind of murder a few dryads and a tree ant. I mean, we did technically kill them, that maybe burning the corpse isn't the best look.
So are we discussing
trying to get
this
on the good side of the
around
natives?
the fire? Are we discussing this around the fire?
Yeah.
That's exactly how Zero would say it too.
As you say that, Jarrell kind of like tilts his like head and like looks into the sky, and again you see a blue aura come out, and he uses detect evil and good,
Okay.
just to see that there aren't any more fae sitting around our fire.
What's the range on that?
30 feet.
No fae or aberrations or any of those creature types are within 30 feet of you.
What happened to the invisible dryads that we didn't kill? Did we kill all of them?
There was only 3 of them, and yes.
Oh shit!
They were all slain.
Sorry, buds.
They weren't really buds. They were trying to kill us.
Huh.
Yeah, but they couldn't help it.
Buds is in young plants.
Oh, God.
That's too heady for me.
Yeah, I'm too much of a sap for that one.
Set and Spike.
I think I'm just gonna name this episode "Wood Puns."
1 hour of wood.
Would you rather?
Oh Jesus Christ!
I don't know. I think if
Can we go to sleep?
I think if we do an hour of wood puns, people are going to get pretty bored.
It's very mad. Oh Jesus, dude! Oh, that was okay. That was funny too.
Are they getting worse?
I'm
Are they
going.
getting
Mort's going to
better?
sleep. Mort goes to bed. By this point, Mort's
I know.
done with the wood puns, and Mort goes to sleep.
We can vote on it. We can put it to a panel.
Oh my gosh.
How do you do it? How do you make that many wood puns in like 8 minutes?
He's a genius.
That's the soundbite, by the way. How do you do it? How do you make that many wood puns? All right, so I'm just gonna say we go to bed now.
Okay, good, great.
Yeah, we're sawing logs here.
I was gonna say that you sleep like logs, but you had to fucking just get on in there.
Yep.
Yeah, Z's, baby.
Oh wait, we got to roll hit die, don't we?
No, it's
No,
a
we
long
get it
rest.
back, yeah.
You get them back. So let's have a long rest montage for this, wood-themed episode.
A long rest montage?
Yeah.
Have we done? Oh,
It's been a while.
Sleeping in the
Been a while.
creepy trees.
Sawing
murdered.
logs, wood puns. We're sleeping them off, and they're gonna be done. Wood puns are done.
I feel like James's
probably
montages are always Bon Jovi songs.
Montage.
I take a very radical '80s approach to my montages.
For the listener, like when he sings, he like grows a mullet.
Right.
Like
It does happen.
It's out of nowhere. His
I'll have
pants
to-
get tighter, the mullet grows. There's backlighting. It's crazy.
Neon.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kind that you'd get behind your school picture.
Yes. Oh yeah, lasers.
But not just the solid color. If your ma really sprawled out and got like the fancy one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you know.
Oh, like with the lines and
Yes,
shit. Looking like
yes.
you're going
So
down
not
a
just,
tunnel
like,
of
one
neon.
Yes.
And you take that little black comb they give you. You make sure your mullet's like extra feathered.
This is like one of the nicest things you've ever said to me because that's exactly how I want you to picture my montages. So the fact
Bon
that it
Jovi
delivers
playing
on
and-
its
Cheesy
visual.
I worked as a school photographer for 2 years, and this resonates with me so
Goodness gracious. So, the morning comes.
Does it?
It sure does. It's like that, that typical. Yeah, it's like just a beautiful day in the forest.
Anybody have a little bit of morning wood?
We were done with it. You heard the montage.
I
thought it was
told you,
just
it
him.
wasn't. No, it wasn't ending.
And there we are sexualizing wood yet again.
Do you think you can stop Zach from a pun?
I wasn't trying.
Mort walks out of his tent with morning wood, and it's very apparent.
Why?
Sticking
Is it
clear
like
through
a-
the
the
vine.
other
Clear through the
wood.
vines.
Right.
It was just a branch he found in the woods earlier that he's like, what, this is brand.
This now is morning.
There's not
No.
walking around the campfire waiting for all the fellas to wake up.
Just proudly walking around.
Are you wearing clothes at least?
Oh, he's got
Yeah,
his
yeah,
vine
yeah,
on.
yeah. No, the vines are gone. I'm in my morning mort suit.
What is that?
Fuck is a morning mort suit?
I'm afraid to ask.
No, I want to know.
I'm not.
If he's fully erect in this thing, I want to know what we're looking at.
Yeah, is there a cutout to display the
Jesus
wood?
Christ. All right.
So what is the morning mort suit?
Just a koozie.
It's just a koozie.
Is it knit?
A full body koozie?
How are we supposed to know that that's what the like he says it's a morning mort suit and like we're all supposed to know. It's just a fucking koozie.
Keeps me insulated.
Wow.
Everybody's laughing. This is pretty practical.
You know,
That's
like,
good. It's just practical sleepwear.
right. Okay, so you
Room
know, like,
for your wood and nothing else.
What is covered by this koozie?
see,
Just my wood.
So you just come out with like a knit penis
Boy
sheath.
shorts. But
It's just a koozie sticking straight out.
Okay. So the morning mort suit is just a koozie
normal
for your dick.
Yes,
A normal
this is what I'm saying, and he
size
just
koozie.
says it like, oh, it's my morning mort suit. Like we're all just supposed to know that he just has a koozie on his
I
dick.
thought it was like a body koozie,
Right,
but no,
right,
it's
like
just
big enough to
It's just a
fit it.
koozie
Oh,
for
a
his
koozie,
dick.
right? Like a beer koozie
And a pair of binoculars hanging around from me.
and a safari hat.
No hat.
So where to next?
no one's going to make this man put clothes on?
And the worst part is, we're
wore a
picturing
wicker
all
bat.
this on what appears on his little drawing here to be a young Obi-Wan Kenobi.
40-year-old Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah,
Ewan McGregor in
Yeah.
the third movie.
yeah. The flowy hair and the beard and everything.
Right.
All right, I throw in a drug rug and we keep going.
Okay.
Glad you had that. Super.
It's good to know that you have clothing as an option. You're just like, man, I'll keep my clothes in the bag. The boys really want to see me in my fucking cocksack. God, I love you, Mort.
It is what it is.
Alright, let's roll.
Peridot kind of finishes up. Peridot and Zero finish up the wagon project in the morning. Takes another couple hours just to kind of get things all settled, and then you are able to load things up. And 0.5 begins to pull said wagon.
Okay, cool.
So I'm assuming you're gonna probably head back to drop off the wood before
Yeah.
planning your next move. We're just gonna say that you make it, because not every travel needs to be interrupted by something ridiculous.
Oh, we even made it out of the lost woods.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
making
thank you.
sure that I was
Not gonna
prepared for a
question it.
potential conflict, made sure that there wasn't one.
Yes,
Good.
Just so you know, my eyes were peeled the whole time.
I believe it.
Mine weren't.
Okay.
We also believe that.
I do believe that as well. What were you doing while not peeling your eyes?
He was peeling his eyes in the mirror.
I feel like Quinn smokes a lot of weed. Does he smoke weed?
It's called pipe weed.
I plead the fifth.
All right.
I would say that he is.
He is a musician.
He's probably just fiddling with his lute.
You
and you can
would.
take that however you
Yeah.
would like.
See, the fact that he leaves it ambiguous.
It wasn't ambiguous until he made it ambiguous.
And by making it ambiguous, it's not really ambiguous. You
I
know
mean,
exactly what he
It
was.
always gets the ladies singing, so
Does it?
I think so.
Okay. We'll leave it there.
They say they do.
Okay.
My
left
my
me
ego is
smiling.
usually stroked.
Right. Oh, it's not the only thing. So, we're gonna move on.
We're going right to sex puns now.
It just keeps happening. I don't know. It's
We're all
like, what the
very
hell's happening?
Penis.
tonight?
I think there's a sliver of a chance I might come up with another
Yes! I've been ready to use sliver and you used it, and I love it.
treat. Well, you thought you could use it, but you can not.
I was oak with that.
Game over, man.
Oh, Lord.
Game over.
Do we make it back? We make it back fine.
Friend's quitting. This is the
We're
end of
in the
the
episode like a half hour. All right, yeah, it's been a good one, folks. We'll see you next time.
Right, the next episode will be 90 minutes. This is just, we're
broke it.
sorry.
You
This
fucking
week,
broke it.
we're sorry.
I think we just need to saw this off. I'm sorry.
Fran makes all these threats, but I think his bark is worse than his bite.
I'm not even mad. I am not even mad. I am fucking impressed.
What can I say? I really go against the grain, you know.
You really do. You really do.
I'm just curious as to whether he can fill 28 more minutes with puns.
Oh, more than that, because there's stuff to cut off at this too.
Okay.
Oh,
I think I can. I'm feeling pretty limber.
Yes. Okay. Well, I mean, now it's a personal challenge, if anything. So it's like,
Guys, let's just lumber on.
he already used lumber.
No, I said limber.
Lumber.
That's true.
Now we
Shut
must
your
lumber.
face.
So let's go.
Lumber.
Like a tree limb.
Ready, set,
Do
go.
you get it?
He gets it.
No.
It was.
He gets it. I think he gets
It
it.
was
Where
a
was
pun.
I?
It was a
I'm
pun.
just kidding.
Fran.
So
We made
About
it back
trees.
with our wood.
you made it back
intact.
with the wood intact.
So wait, now do we go back to
The project, like the crash site.
So that's
We'll
And-
call it, just for the sake of records keeping, Area 53.
okay. So who do we meet when we get there? Like, do we meet what was his name? The guy who tasked us.
B.
with-
Bumbleson?
Yeah, is B. Bumbleson there?
B. Bumbleson is not there, but Jimothy Merriweather is.
Oh, okay.
Who's not with the project? He's with the Derek Keene Protector.
He's actually who Jarrell wanted to talk to because on the ride back, Jarrell started to remember that he hadn't seen Franz in like a while now.
yeah.
At
One of your retainers is missing. It has been missing.
Jimothy,
Oh yes, hello, Jarrell.
I was wondering, I seem to have misplaced one of my retainers for the better part of a month.
Good that you come asking about him. I have no idea where he is.
Were there any other people?
We did not find him in the wreckage.
That's troubling.
But I mean, not even a body. Like we searched extensively.
Jarrell is noticeably shaken by this, but wanders back to the group.
Does he say anything to the group?
No.
Is he visually
if you
distraught?
didn't hear the conversation, he's not talking right now. He's worried about Franz,
Okay.
who he clearly didn't care about until just now.
Is this the one that I heard the pizza of? Or is this the one?
This
that
is
I-
the this
Yeah.
is the one that you made.
Not that it
watch.
makes me feel worse or better about it. I don't.
The
The
one-
doesn't really. I just want to try to keep him straight.
The one you tortured more than the others.
Basically, I've got work to do.
I mean,
No, on the
if you
two
can
that are
find-
still here.
Oh yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Good luck with manservant. He don't give a fuck.
My kind of cat.
Yeah, he worked with you to put
Right.
said dude in.
I mean,
pizza
if I
oven.
remember, one of them was cool, one of them was a bitch. I just there's so many minions, I can't keep them all
Well,
straight.
now I only have two.
Am I the only one that can't keep his minions straight?
No,
all
I
of the
can't.
rest of you know,
No.
like, oh yeah, Franz, he's that one, and
No, two
the
of them
other
are
one-
named Hans and Franz.
Franz, right?
I mean,
the other
that's-
one's just manservant.
Well, his
Like,
name is Sven.
But they're
Sven,
all
manservant
manservants, but you
Sven.
never call him Sven, and they're all men,
No, I
and
never
they're all
call-
your servants. So when you're like manservant,
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, fuck, is that the one or the
Minstrel
one
and
or the
Squire.
other?
I actually love that you can't tell the
Yeah,
difference.
it makes
Franz
it
are the
way
same
better.
person.
To me, they
See, Franz is Franz the Soother. That's how
Right.
I kind of keep that straight.
think
I
one
don't
of-
really know what Hans is, but Franz is the Soother.
Hans writes shit
Hans
down
the
right. He's a
squire.
scroll- oh, the squire.
Yeah, well,
One of them is tall, right?
That's manservant.
Yeah.
Right, see, but good. I'm glad because every time we talk about them, no one says anything, and in my head, I'm like, "Fuck, which one?" Is
To be fair,
Fuck, yeah,
Jarrell
what he's
forgets
talking
about them too.
apparently. What? Right. First off, Franz was the one that was in the not the Uber.
No, that was Hans.
Yeah, that was
the squire.
Hans.
right?
That was the
it doesn't-
shift.
The shift. Yeah.
Shift.
The shift.
Sorry, Uber, don't sue us for that.
Like shapeshift.
I don't
Please
think
don't.
so.
There's some licensing issues there.
No, if anything, that was free advertising.
You're
No, no,
welcome,
no.
Uber.
Right.
Uber, please sue us so we're newsworthy.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
but don't
Uber.
actually do that.
Wait, guys, have you ever noticed how much Uber sucks and how they should sue us for libel?
Hapless Heroes LLC.
Yes.
Right. Someone do that tomorrow.
Wait, no.
We're
Libel's
fucked.
written, slander's spoken.
Oh God. Can
Sue us for
Why
slander.
don't we stop?
Because you suck, Uber.
I
I hear the entire board is necrophiliacs.
Great.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I swear to God.
No, it's true.
The one necrophiliac board member at Uber's like,
Ruined it for
"Ugh."
everyone.
How does he know about me?
Let's get back to the game, shall we?
But we're having so much fun with nonsense.
I know it's almost hard to. It's almost easy to forget that
Oh right, we're trying to tell a story.
we're trying to tell a story. Yeah, I know.
Here, I thought it was just Jimmy and the Fuckabout gang.
Yeah,
It pretty
no.
much is.
Yeah.
You're not. It's again the inclusive or. It's both of those things. Yes. So you haven't heard from Franz. You now know he's missing. You have a few other things to plan out, like where to next.
Well, we're
So
looking-
you've dropped the wood off. They are taking it right back to get to work. I mean, you can see that at least like they've actually gotten they're starting to move the airship. You see there's a whole bunch of wizards that are trying to simultaneously use what seems to be a group spell or some sort of group levitation spell to start to lift the pieces of this airship sort of upright and anchor them so that they can now start assembling and repairing the exterior of the hull.
Peridot approaches one of these lifting enchanters.
We're just gonna tap him on the shoulder while he's concentrating.
Excuse me,
At an
sir.
appropriate time.
Okay. I mean, he's just literally staring up at the pieces of wood and the parts of the airship, right? And his arms are
At
out.
no time do these guys go on break. One of them steps in. They're just like in this.
I mean,
We're
are you
trying to
just gonna-
save the world, so this seems like an important task that they're.
You're just creepily standing behind him while he
kinda
works an
waiting-
8-hour
yeah,
shift.
wait.
Anyway,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't ask these fuckers. They're busy. Okay. They have a supervisor. They have a lifting enchanter supervisor.
Yes,
somebody.
there is-
Somebody's got to be standing around doing fucking nothing.
Who's in charge here?
I imagine they're in a union. Boom, got him.
Actually,
Anyway,
I mean, I don't know. Is the Omega Project unionized? You have no idea.
whatever.
I think you're stumped.
Player 2 has entered the game.
John almost spit his water out.
Sorry, John.
Sorry.
Before I was feeling spry, but now I think I'm in a mood for rest.
Yeah.
For rest.
No. We're gonna pretend like that. We're gonna pretend like that one didn't even happen.
And
you
we
walked
don't
that
need the
back.
rest.
Do we find the foreman?
Yeah.
Yes, you find the foreman.
I'm gonna
What's-
say, hey, buddy. I noticed you're doing a lot of lifting. That's a word that's in our shopping list. Lifting gas. You know where we can get some of that?
Didn't they hire some dudes to go do that? I don't know. Yeah, someone's supposed to go get the lifting gas. Is
No.
it you? Are you who are the heroes?
Zero is
mind,
also
bye.
going to be
Walk
over
away.
there.
Walk away.
All right. See you later.
Did somebody say hero?
Oh my god.
Oh Lord.
We did look into that, right? And the
You know that-
natural gas is to the northwest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have the gas left. We have the
Yeah.
air elemental, the sky obsidian, and the dragon.
Yep.
Wait.
This guy Obsidian is a sacred resource of the Cloud Giants.
Well, we did such a good job with the Fae, so let's go murder some sky.
The corrupted Fae.
I feel like we might need a bit of an easier excursion this time around.
I mean,
I don't
you
think
know,
any of them are going to
Yeah.
be.
So just to kind of give you a little more information, right, that you guys know, is that the area, right, in which there are natural deposits of lifting gas. You don't know who actually owns the land or inhabits it or anything like that, but you know the general area, coordinates of where some could be sourced.
We could probably steal some without anyone noticing. Hopefully.
Oh,
They
no.
want to collect it.
Yeah, they want to collect it. They're just looking for you to source and secure a parcel of land for them to put the drills in and start harvesting this gas from the ground.
So what we?
I don't want to do that. Let's go kill something.
Yeah, if it's going to take some setup for them to do that, let's get that taken care of as quickly as we
I would
can.
agree with
Oh,
that.
you think so? Yeah.
Go
That-
deal
that's
with the
one I wanted to do
bureaucracy
first.
now.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, getting the wood was also a good thing to do first. It's going to take a while for them to properly apply that to repair the ship.
Right.
fashion.
The 3 other things we just have to capture or kill.
Correct.
like
Well,
something
no,
like
we
that,
have
yeah.
to we have to mine the gas pretty much. So
Yeah,
we
that's-
should go.
They,
Right.
the Omega Project will be mining the gas.
Yeah.
Right.
You just have to source
Get
and
it.
secure the land.
We're not doing the fracking ourselves.
No. So I think that's a good idea to do that first, because then they can mine it while we're
Yep.
getting the other stuff.
Correct.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Let's go do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I know it sounds boring.
Before the party leaves,
Oh no, that wasn't to you.
I assure you,
Oh, I'm sure it's not.
it is not boring.
that is Quinn to Hoblet.
Right.
I'm sure that sounds boring, but we'll get to the rest of it soon.
Let's go smash something.
Narrator, it wouldn't be boring.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Zero tries to, just before we leave, pull aside the ranking Omega Project representative on the job.
Yes. Why don't we say? Sir McNamara Goldsmith.
Sir McNamara Goldsmith. Now, is this someone that Zero would know?
He worked in Lab 13. You didn't really do much with them.
Yeah.
Is it Sir McNamara or is it Sir McNamara?
No, I got it.
Yes.
So there's no.
Fuck you.
Sir McNamara first.
There's
Mac.
a baseball player named Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Yeah, which
So
is the greatest
this guy's
name, ever,
name is
Sir McNamara.
Sir McNamara, and
All one
it's
word.
S-E-R. Sir Anthony. S-E-R Anthony. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Yeah, but this is Sir McNamara Goldsmith.
So
Sir McNamara. S-E-R
McNamara.
Sure.
Right. Sir McNamara. That's his first name.
So he is not a lord.
No.
It might be Sir McNamara. I don't know.
Oh God.
But his first name is Sir McNamara.
All right, but I kind of get his attention off on the side. Sir McNamara, I might not be here in any official capacity, but you know what this ship could really use? It's a laboratory.
Oh, quite. Zero. I mean, we have 2 Omega okay, at least 1.5 Omega Project scientists on this ship. Of course. Of course we'd have a laboratory for both of you.
Fantastic. It's good to make sure these sorts of things are, accounted for earlier in the project than later.
Yes, in fact, Felix actually told us about that. He figured you would probably still want some sort of workspace.
Fantastic. I assume he's going to be here consulting with you guys on the boat?
Oh, yes, he's actually over in the big tent.
Ah, excellent. I trust his discretion.
Yes.
All right, Zero's ready to ride out and secure some gas.
Oh, it's
All
great
right.
talking to you, Zero.
Yep.
Because we say goodbye in our conversation.
I was gonna say, did Zero just say that? Looks at Sir
Zero has no
McNamara.
etiquette.
Zero
Yeah.
wouldn't, though, because,
He's a machine.
Just stare blankly until he
Just
turns and walks away.
Yeah, he's not quite there.
Social cues are not his forte.
Yeah,
So he said to Sir
it
McNamara,
makes it easy for
I
me.
am ready to go and and then just walks away.
It would be very funny if Zero actually announced every action he took. Okay, well, I am going to walk this way now. Thank you.
Left, right, right.
Yeah, that might be too much.
Yeah.
Never too much.
No, just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's aloof.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's not like it's not like he's even probably capable of feeling awkward.
Right.
Yeah. So, off to find some lifting gas. It's a new day.
Yep.
You guys can probably start following the road. I do remember mentioning that the road split at one point when you started making your way north from the crash site, where it started to curve off west or continue north, and then you continue north to get to the forest. So at this point now, you guys would curve off to the west.
Yeah.
And start,
Looking for some-
making your way towards the opposite coast.
So we're kind of going towards.
The West.
Well, yeah, but we know that further up there, is what, like there's the wall before you get to the.
Oh yeah, not that way.
Okay, so how far north are we going?
I mean, not super far north. Like I'm talking like you guys are making so Dragonport is sort of on a bit of like a part of like a peninsula, kind of coming off of the mainland, on the other side of the mountains of where where Tarantus used to be.
Yeah. It's the furthest west on that part
Right.
of the coast.
Heading northwest just brings you to like almost like a gulf, you know, where the ocean, where the Blood Bay kind of comes in. So, it's not like it's like a ridiculously far journey, but it's going to probably take you the better part of the day and maybe a little bit into tomorrow morning.
Right.
You know, to kind of get to the actual like maybe the opposite, like closer to the opposite shore.
And now these are like mostly prairies up here, right?
Yeah, I mean the elevation does change quite a bit. Like,
Because
it's-
there's a gigantic drop off.
there is a lot. There is a lot of but that's way far to the north. You're looking that's many miles away. We're not even close to that. I'm just
Okay.
talking about the opposite, like the little peninsula. You're going from the southern end of the peninsula where it kind of comes out diagonally to the northern end of the peninsula.
Cool.
But a little further west.
Okay.
Yeah. And the terrain itself is actually very like larger hills. I'm not sure if any of you have been to like Washington State, especially like eastern Washington State, but it's like just these big, huge hills. I mean, there's still farmland all over them, but I mean, the actual like the like just the overall like bumpiness of like the landscape. It's not like plains. You know what I'm
Rolling
saying?
hills.
It's
Topography.
rolling hills. Yes. Lots of
Good word.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, there's like crops growing in some fields. Others have already been harvested. It's sort of you know, like they're starting to seed more. Like there's a varying degree of land up here, but you eventually kind of get to where the hills start to level out as you get closer to the coast, and there what looks to be as you start to get like kind of look at your map and see like okay, this is roughly the area that they marked for us, right, where we can source it. There looks to be a small village here. No more than maybe, I don't know, like 10 houses like built here, and maybe a few huts, sort of, you know, in the middle of some farmland, like maybe not, like I would say another couple, maybe a mile or two from the actual shore. And you can kind of see that there's some folks working in the fields. There's like a little long house in the center of this like little, like, you know, this arrangement of houses. So just like a, you know, like a very small village.
And we're aware that
Community, yeah.
this is the area that we're supposed to be in. looking
Yeah,
for it.
roughly. Yeah, this would probably be a good spot to start sourcing it. You know, it looks to be some folks squatting on the land.
Cool.
And by squatting, I mean they just built a village here.
So who's riding first? I mean, Jarrell's proudly with his two retainers on their ponies, and he's got
Yeah, his steed.
right.
Yeah, Mort's mounted Pepper, and we're really cruising.
Oh, you like galloping?
So
Yeah.
how do we know that this is the area that we need to be in?
Based on where it's marked on your map and sort of the rough coordinates, like you're pretty much lined up right where there could there could be some gas sourced.
Just ride till it gets stinky, and we find that place. Which, I'm being honest, is probably a good idea.
It's just so normal to all of us. The words "ride till it's stinky" is just, you know,
Did it-
we're all just so cool with that.
Didn't we already go over the fact that
It says-
natural gas pumps are the egg smell is
It's added. That's
Yeah.
true, right? But this is not a natural gas smell. This is a
This is lifting gas,
lifting gas,
not natural.
Yeah.
and that shit stinks.
oh it does okay.
Does it?
It does now.
Does it?
We'll find out, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're riding and we see a village.
Yeah, you see the village, like
Okay.
sort of like you're starting to like ride up towards it. I mean, it's
Yep.
going to be a little time. You're kind of coming down the hill, right, as like the terrain's leveling out. It's still in the distance. You're getting a little closer, right? And like I said, there's some folks like working in the fields, and some of them like do notice you. Like you kind of see them like putting their hands sort of straight on their forehead to kind of shield themselves from the sunlight and see who's coming down the way.
How dramatic.
Yeah.
Well, it's like 10 people riding.
Yeah.
Right, it's like a whole bunch of you just like galloping down on your horses, and you can see that some of the women and children begin moving towards the the houses. Like start heading back to the village.
So
Okay.
We're scotching them out.
Like we're kind of a famous adventuring band just rolling into town here.
Do we
also
have
look
like
insane.
we're rolling in with like a flag or a banner, right?
You know what? I
feel
mean,
like
why
we should have a
you,
banner.
You probably should have a banner. None of us probably know what that looks like yet, but if we were to describe it, I'm sure that some artistically talented people in the audience would be able to produce something like that.
Massimo, what does our banner look like?
You're gonna put it in his
Yeah,
to be fair,
gonna
Mort
say.
probably would have had the fabric to design that.
That's true.
Right.
Mort would have his own banner, but I think that
Think about this.
Quinn and
Yeah. Think about
maybe
this
Paradell would
twice
probably have
before.
a say in
I
what
think Mort is the obvious fashionista designer
If you're
of
gonna task
the
me
heroes.
with making the Hokov flag, like, think twice. Do you really want me to do that? If so, I will come up with it.
I already thought twice, and I'm asking you to describe
made the
it
decision.
right now.
I feel like if anyone remembers Community, the Greendale Community College flag that was just a butthole.
It's not gonna. It's
feel
not
like-
a butthole.
I feel like the South Winds had a family sigil.
Right.
So, and I feel like you would have also probably.
Oh,
had
that's-
something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I would say that Hans is always holding a banner that the house of
Passer.
Pastor. I forgot.
Yeah, actually,
So I'd say,
everybody
like-
has a house that we could probably combine into some
Right.
patchwork flag.
Yeah,
Right.
as a squire,
We could
he is
do
tasked
that.
with that.
Yeah, like Jarrell is a highborn noble. Yes.
I mean, even the Smashers might have, I don't know.
You don't want to see our flag.
So yeah, we have like Jarrell's crest. We've got Quinn's coat of arms. Probably we've got like my guild emblem.
Yeah,
Got Mort's probably a pumpkin.
No, it's just a giant Crown Royal bag. That has one of the letters of Hokov on it, like the O. It'll just have the O on it.
Okay.
And the age.
And
the Omega
whatever,
Project,
yeah, whatever symbol.
yeah, the-
It's probably just an omega
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a project.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is definitely a conversation that we need to be having at some point. Is merging all of that at some point.
Yes.
But right now we have a village in front of us.
Yeah.
So Quinn is going to gallantly
Of course.
ride into the village. And
Yeah.
approach the first, I guess, villager gentleman. That
Well, as you start kind of making your way up like the dirt path now into where like the rows of couple houses are, you have a few folks kind of step, kind of almost putting their arms out to just halt you or just like slow you down, like whoa, hey there, stranger.
Sure. So I hold the horse, and Lord Captain Quinn Southwind, here to just ask of your service.
Mort's gonna stand behind him, looking like tough, like making a tough face. This is real. I'm being serious. Like I'm gonna stand behind him, looking tough.
Okay.
Does someone from the crowd say, "Lord Captain Quinn Southland, the benevolent"?
No, actually.
Oh,
Damn it. Because I am benevolent.
Like I'm posturing pretty much.
Of course you are. One of the men responds to you. You'll have to see Elder Prophagus about that.
Take me to him, please.
How many of you are there?
I think it's actually 10.
No, it'd be 9.
9?
No, it would be 8 because you're missing.
Oh,
one.
10.
No,
Well,
I think
plus
missing
Dill Bertram.
Right, Dill Bertram.
I forgot about
Sven,
Dill Bertram.
9.
I think
Hans.
it's 9.
Good.
9.
You should be pretending like
I
he's
did.
not here.
I forgot about him completely.
9.
9.
9.
Okay.
9? Oh, no.
Say 8 plus him.
8 plus Dill Bertram.
Who's not here?
So 9. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does Mort say he's not here? Wink.
Mort's like heavily postured. Like the second this guy says
Like
anything
chest
unfavorable,
puffed out and everything.
I'm gonna like bark at him the second he says.
Oh yeah,
something unfavorable.
I forgot. Mort's brain is still completely broken.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have been shot. I was shot before. Like Mort's shot now.
Okay. Just a shadow of a man.
Yeah, really.
Shattered. Completely shattered.
He says, okay. We'll make some. Could you please just wait here? So they kind of gather you around. They kind of show you where you can hitch your horses. They kind of have you wait in the square for a little bit. I mean, you're only waiting for about 5 or 6 minutes before, out of the sort of the short end of the longhouse, the door opens, and I would say, an older man, probably in his early 60s, he's a little hunched over. He's wearing some brown, sort of just plain robe clothes. Situation. He's got pants on underneath, but it's very burlap, very loose fitting, right? And he says, "Well, who are you now? What can I do for you? What brings you to our village?"
Lord Captain Quinn Southwind. You've probably heard of me.
I have not.
Mort walks up.
We are but simple people. I'm sorry. We don't really follow the rules of the lords and ladies besides paying them the taxes on the land that we own here.
You live near a coast.
Yes.
And Southwind doesn't ring any bells.
Well, this village didn't ring any bells until you just showed up at my doorstep now, did it? Do you even know what this village is? Do you know who I am?
Please enlighten me.
So you don't know who I am?
No.
Okay, so you come here demanding that I know who you are, and you have no idea who I am.
Don't give me that look.
Hoblet is smiling
Yeah.
ear to ear.
Paradol too.
at the
This is
back.
great.
This is fucking nominal. This is amazing. I have the biggest shit-eating grin on my face. I'm not gonna say a fucking word. I'm just smiling right next to Paradol.
Jarl is gonna walk up behind Quinn and pat him on the back and say, "Pardon me. We are simply looking for your
no.
assistance."
I want to see him squirm.
Did you just trump me?
He is trying to, and I'm gonna just say that to him.
Excuse me, I'm gonna let you finish, but yeah.
Right.
Can I finish?
So you come here demanding things of us now, is that it?
Oh, of course, we demand nothing. Merely ask your assistance.
What can we possibly help you with?
We are looking for a certain natural resource. It is part of our assistance in what is an ever-growing battle. Have you heard of what's going on with the undead? Are you
rotten business?
Are you not worried that they are coming not far from you now to the north?
I am quite worried, yes, but this is, at least they can only come from a certain amount of directions over
That
here.
is true.
And, we
There
are
a finite amount of directions that they can come from.
We are but a simple people, and I don't know what more we can do.
You are unprotected.
We are protected by the Protectorate.
Okay, Mort is now gonna shoot a shot. And
God, that was so close.
no,
Come
not
on.
like that. No, you know what I mean by that.
No, we don't.
we don't.
No, Mort's
What
been
did you
lining
mean
it up.
by that?
Just like we didn't know what the Mort's morning suit
Just like when you roll a die and you have no idea what number it's
Well.
going to be.
Mort is going to do what Mort does and start.
Again, we.
Putting on another dick cozy.
He's gonna look at this man
Uh-huh.
and he's gonna start sniffling.
Oh my
Please,
God.
sir.
He's gonna fake tears.
Can you please help us? Will you let us ask you some questions about your land?
I have been letting you ask me many questions.
But please, sir, can you show us around? We're looking for something specific.
Why don't you just tell me what the fuck it is you are looking for? Be direct
Why
with
are you
me.
all being
You
so-
slippery motherfuckers.
Jarl's
Lifting
not
gas,
trying
sir.
to be.
Like,
Lifting gas.
I got interrupted by Jarrell.
Mm-hmm.
you weren't getting to the damn point.
Lifting gas, sir.
He didn't know who I was.
And to be fair, neither was he.
That was angry.
But hold on. That's
That's
that
kind of-
justification.
Oh, no,
yeah.
That justification right there is exactly Quinn Southwood.
Yeah, that's,
He didn't know who I was.
that's
He was
always
more-
the point.
right.
That is the point.
Do you think Quinn's in this to save the world?
Yeah.
live near a
And I
fucking
recognize, I recognize that you are being peak Quinn right now.
Quintessential Quinn.
Ooh.
I know it wasn't a wood pun.
Man,
But, like,
you needed to put a little more gas in it.
Jarrell was
fuck up.
being peak Jarrell by trying to jump in on that, too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is all happening the way it should. I'm just This is the elder you're talking to.
Sir, lifting gas is what we seek.
Well, why didn't you say so? Maybe we can discuss something. Why don't you come into the hall? I'm sure you're rugged from your travels. Please, if you don't mind, we're a peaceful village. Can you please just leave your weapons outside?
No.
Nope.
I assure you. And he like kind of opens up his robe or whatever. There's like nothing in there.
Oh, I'm not worried about you, old man.
Mort sticks his dagger in the ground and starts walking towards him. Starts like walking in the village.
Okay, and then you see one of the people like fetch it up, and they just kind of put it like on like a weapon rack outside of the longhouse.
Oh, they're not asking us to leave our weapons like outside the village.
No,
They're-
just
yeah, okay.
outside of the
Yeah.
hall. Like
Cool.
just
This sounds reasonable. Zero is off in his own little world through most of this. He wasn't really engaging too much. He's busy scribbling in a notebook as the other side of the God Moradin he took in has taken over, and the creative impulse has hit him hard.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Does nobody remember what fucking happened the
Right.
last time that
So,
we did this?
We are all magical as well, so I'm not too shook about it. And this guy
When-
seems nice.
But magic is fucked right now.
Wait,
how
what
are you?
happened?
How are you having this discussion with?
Wait,
them?
what?
I'm not having this. I'm watching my friends put their weapons down, and I am
Nobody
holding
has
on to
done
Trixie.
anything yet.
Mort put his dagger on the ground.
Wait, that's Mort.
It's a dagger, dude, which I've never used once ever. It's for show.
I forget what happened the last time we did this.
Razi happened.
Who cares?
That was
we're not
episode
dealing with
3.
we're not dealing with a fucking devil here.
Okay.
Jarrell and Hoblet
Because
are
you
both.
wouldn't do it again.
Jarrell and Hoblet are both looking at each other because Jarrell knows there's no way he's giving up the sword of justice, and he knows what Trixie means to Hoblet. So like he's pretty. They're
Like,
My father's
I can
dagger.
see both sides of this. I know why you guys don't want to let go of it. Zero wouldn't really want to let go of reason either. But on the other hand, I kind of see the logic in
Right.
this. Like, we got to play
You're
ball
much
here.
more logical than
Yeah.
Jarrell and Hoblet.
The elder will turn around as he sees you hesitating to leave your weapons outside and be like, "Listen, you are strangers in our village. I would like to offer you some hospitality, but I need guarantees that you're not going to just murder us and steal all of our crops. I've worked hard to keep these people as safe as I can and to teach them how to work the land as I've gotten older. You know, this has been our land for quite some time."
Jarrell is going to give the sword of justice to Hans and have him stay with Sven just outside.
Okay.
We have plebes to take
Yeah,
care of
yeah.
our watch business.
Yeah.
Oh, now we remember them when we need them to hold our valuables.
That's kind
Yeah,
of
yeah, that's
That's
the whole-
literally
That's
exactly
kind of
how
their
retainers
deal.
works.
right. Yeah, I know. So yes, that's what they do.
Okay,
They mind your things.
cool.
Hoblet reluctantly as well leaves his weapons outside, then heads inside.
I'm going to plead to the group, guys, respect your elders. And then, again, still follow this.
Even Zero is looking at you funny.
Has Mort stopped militantly honking?
Yes.
Quinn
now.
puts down his rapier and his short bow.
Of course he does. Where's the other thing?
What other thing?
Okay. I won't ask. So
You did, though.
I didn't ask anything. So he leads you inside. It's this, again, the house extends much further back. There's a fire lit in here. And there appears to be a few people working over a pot over the fire, making some sort of stew. And in the back, there's kind of leaning against the wall, just kind of like looking over everyone else working, like having passive conversations. There appears to be a pregnant woman.
Oh, fuck.
Um,
What the fuck do we do with that?
and towards
Not yours, hopefully.
Could be.
he's a sailor.
Does Quinn see her and he's just like, ew?
You,
You're pregnant, gross.
he's probably just terrified of pregnancy because it means children, and
that
I
makes
think-
perfect sense.
I can't
for
imagine
Quinn.
Quinn
Yeah.
as someone who's very good with children. So,
No.
towards the front of the house, though, there's a nice long a couple sets of tables, kind of like a banquet style set up, and he has you guys, please has you sit down. After a few moments, one of the people in here bring you just some things to drink, some ale, some water, and you see sort of at the head of like all of these tables, the elder sits down behind a table of his own that's facing the rest of these, and someone brings him a cup of wine, and he sits down, and he says, "Okay, so you need lifting gas. How do you propose to take that, and what exactly is that?" And I think that's what we're going to call this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast.
He doesn't know?
I'm shocked.
Or does he?
I mean, we could have just asked him
I
straight
think
out. We didn't even need to go down
I think
here.
he pretty much understands that we have no idea what we've just signed ourselves up for.
We're like obviously ignorant of Ziggurat.
Yes. So,
But so are they.
Maybe.
You hope. Ignorant of you, Quinn. Yeah.
so if you've made it to the end of this, wood pun filled episode,
good for you.
and you still like us, guess what? You can find us on the internet. We are on such places as Twitter and Instagram at Hapless Heroes. We have a subreddit /r/Hapless Heroes podcast. But a lot of those places are really just going to point you to our Discord server where we hang out most of the time. Anyways, there's a pin post on our Twitter, our Facebook, and our subreddit that will all take you there. Please join in the conversation. We've had a lot of wonderful folks we've been talking to. It's been great. It's been hilarious. There's been a lot of, from world building to
Sports and other
the
bullshit.
polarizing topic of pineapple on pizza.
No.
Gross.
No.
Team Pineapple.
Stop it.
All day.
We've covered it all. But we're okay. No, we haven't actually. We desperately
There's
need
so much
your
more to
input.
cover.
Yeah, so
Right.
much more things. Anyways,
Yeah, there's so many more things to cover with pineapple. I agree.
I would put pineapple on it. Ham. Cover that shit in pineapple.
So, if you really
Ruin a perfectly good ham.
really like us, though, you can totally leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. We really appreciate all of the kind words you sent us so far. And you know what? We've talked about it before. If you leave us a 5-star review, we'll leave you on air a 5-star review of your own.
Yeah.
Of you. For you.
Give us like a bio though, so we have some things to work off.
No.
Just
No.
random.
We're going to go
Yeah,
entire...
otherwise, we're going to use adjectives for you that you didn't want used for you.
Like make a Craigslist ad about
just the
yourself.
name.
Just for
just
us.
Just the display name.
Perfect
Oh.
punctuation. We really liked the
No.
good spelling, good grammar.
I'll take a 5-star review
5
whether
stars.
you even know how to spell
Yeah.
at all. Or if you don't. I
Hey,
don't
those
care.
are nice things we can say about
Setting
someone's
the bar real.
Yeah. I will love you no matter what. If you took the time to leave us a review, we'll take the time to leave you a stellar review.
You're a
is fair.
5-star person.
Exactly. All of you are 5-star people. That being said,
Holding on to that.
speaking of 5-star people,
Yeah, Massimo, this is radio. Nobody can hear your middle finger. Is this still about the pineapple
I
pizza?
hope they can hear this because I'm doing it as hard as I can.
I literally want to put like a pineapple ring like over the finger.
Note everybody in the audience, I'm flipping off Hoblet
And
for
have been
giving
since-
me a weird look when I said I'm Team Pineapple. And I'm going to continue
because
this
You're wrong
for the rest of this outro.
Unacceptable.
And I'm
I guess-
extending this middle finger to the rest of the table that doesn't
I
agree.
I guess our
Yeah,
friends on
wait.
I guess our friends on Discord will have to back you up on this because it seems to me that the majority of the people who like the pineapple are the people we don't know.
Right.
Who are the
So
best?
everybody
people
should-
from out of town who live in inferior pizza locations.
Right.
Everyone right
Oh,
now.
Dave just called you out, everybody.
Amber
It's true,
Throw.
but we have the best.
You can get
I
pineapple
mean,
on
except
pizza
maybe
here,
if you're
which
in
is
like
not,
Chicago or New York proper.
which is not an
You
inferior
may get a
pizza
pass.
town. You
I'm
can
not
get
gonna break into this
pineapple
pizza
on
conversation.
any pizza place.
No, like if you're from New
From
York
any
proper,
pizza
you know, yeah.
This
like,
is
it's
just-
got a valid
This is not.
claim.
Yeah, let's
As
get
you
out.
can see, this is a polarizing topic.
So log on now.
Oh, shut
Right now,
the
like the
fuck
second
up.
that you hear this, just post the middle finger and then add Hoblet.
On Discord.
On Discord.
Hapless Heroes.
Because pineapple sucks.
And if you're still with
Oh,
us,
pineapple sucks. Are you out of your mind?
shut your fucking mouth. I'm trying to outro the show.
Guys, we're trying to reel people into Discord, and you're fucking screwing the pooch here, man.
Come in the Discord. It's
Barking up the wrong tree.
You already did barking,
Yeah, but bark, not bark.
but the other bark.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah.
third
Speaking
bark.
of bark,
Don't we have a show
I
to
love
fucking
root
end?
beer.
We do.
Can I
Yes,
end the
but
show?
we have a DM to torment.
Stop being a birch.
No.
He's gonna make you walk the plank.
No.
I'm sick of Mort.
That's a lie.
This is what we've become, people.
Yeah, I think we're gonna splinter off into
Maple,
another
I'll
podcast.
stop.
So there's a Patreon you can go to. It's cool. I've been putting bloopers up for even just the $5 donation level and above because like I don't care if you give us money. I want to give you fun bloopers. I'm just gonna I'm taking all the individual ones and I'm just posting them with like whatever episode number they came from, and they're pretty freaking silly
Yes.
Where are those?
They're pretty good.
on our Patreon.
On our Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a patron.
I know. I don't.
No, but I'll give.
I don't pay for this mess. Come on.
He is this mess. We
I get
are
it for
this
free,
mess.
baby.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Speaking of messes,
And if you really like us, wait. All right.
Massimo's
If you-
going strong with the bird.
If you really,
He's holding his wrist up now. He's been holding it so long.
if you
It's
like
been a
us, if you like us, right now you like us, Sally Field and the whole deal. Make yourself a fake head and learn to walk on your hands, and put the head like on your butt or like in your crotch or something. Basically, make it so you're walking upside down and you look like a real person. Put shoes on your hands and put gloves on your feet, and get a friend and go to a hospital and claim that you are in fact pregnant, and that you need to you're going into labor now. You're going to deliver immediately, and when they get you up on the table, they check you out, pop your head out, and tell them to listen to Hapless Heroes podcast.
and outroing our party.
Oh yeah, and then tell them you're a baby.
I'm a baby.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
How could you forget that?
So,
You're just a wee
outroing
sapling.
outroing our cast for the love of all that is holy. I'm going to start on my right. We have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Until next time.
Massimo as Morton Mac, a.k.a. Gorgeous Mort.
Making our way down the path to get this gas. Airship finna get blast.
There it is. Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
That's,
That was in my head too.
Yeah, it's
I don't
pretty
know why
good.
That song was in my head.
Zach as Peridot Lincolnwoods.
I love it when nobody knows who Quinn is.
Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn
How the
Southwind.
fuck does he not know who I am?
Dave as Dave as Zero Valence Avatar of War.
I genuinely do love it when nobody knows who I am. I get more work done that way.
And James as Hoblet the Smasher.
Oh, someone asked Quinn if it's getting hot in here.
And I'm
Take
Francesco.
off all your clothes.
And I've been your host and DM. Tune in next week where I hopefully take the fucking reins back. Bye now.
Good luck.
Bye.
Good luck with that.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.